Welcome back, everybody! This is another Atlas farming currency strat for Necropolis 324 in Path of Exile, and this is a very juicy one as well. It's very simple to set up. Once again, we are taking advantage of a few Scarabs that are currently very cheap, and I don't believe that the prices are gonna go up either, because not a lot of people are using them, but we can make over 6 divines per hour with this strategy. Very easy and simple for everybody to run. Now, this strategy does require you to have a decent amount of clear on your build. It's gonna help you quite a bit if you do so. Some explosions, from Impulsa, since Archmage is a big thing right now and a lot of people are using that and stuff like that, is gonna be very good. Now, what we are doing here is basically we are adding a bunch of monsters into our maps through breaches. This was something that I already tried about day 3. I was doing estuary back then, and breaches are a crap ton of monsters into our maps, but they don't add an insane amount of difficulty than just like Delirium does or other things. We add a lot of magic packs and a lot of rares. So we take advantage of the world drop Scarabs right now. We are dropping about 12 Scarabs per map with this strategy. We are opening 7 breaches minimum, that's the standard, and we have a chance to open up a lot more through our Atlas passive tree. I think I've opened like 13 in a couple of maps, and we also spawn a lot of Breach Lords. I had 4 Chayulas in one breach. I had 5 Ulnetols in another, so things are getting a little bit crazy, but don't worry, you can handle it. As I said, I've run a similar thing day 3, but this is a little bit more sophisticated. I have tried to make it a little bit more consistent, and the results were fantastic. Now, I tried Dune's map here, but you can try whatever open layout that is good for breaches as you would like. You can do Strand, you can do Jungle Valley, you can do whatever layout is good for breaches, and you're not losing a lot of the breach area, so that you are losing a lot of monsters, right? Now, to explain a little bit what we are doing into the strat. So with the Atlas passives that we're taking, we are gonna be talking about them in a little while. What's happening here is that you want to move over the breach hunts that are opening on your breach, like that here, as you can see, the class hunt. As you can know, this league, they made it so that we don't need to click it, you just need to walk above it, and it's gonna pop open, it's gonna drop you some splinters, and also because of our Atlas passives, it can spawn Breach Lords as well. Apart from that, we can also spawn Zistula in our breaches. This is basically a Breach Lord that is a mix of all the other Breach Lords. It can actually cast all of their spells as well, and drops Breach Splinters and Breach Stones out of everyone. So we're making bank on a lot of Ulnetol and Sayula breaches here, but all the other Breach Stones as well, they're not very cheap, they're still worth over 20C. So because we are farming so many of them, it's still very good currency. Other than that, we are dropping a lot of Scarabs. As I said before, we are dropping a few heist contracts as well, and you can add some heist into your maps if you wish. So I'm adding shrines on top of it, but we're gonna check the Atlas passive tree in just a little bit here. As you can see the footage, the maps do take a couple of minutes more than usual to clear them. You need to wait until the breaches open and close, and of course you need to loot after that. It is a little bit click intensive, but it is very much worth your trouble, I would say. And with a lot of Scarabs right now being increasing in price, and with the Horn Scarabs being increased in drop rate in the latest patch notes, we actually get a few Horn Scarabs as well. So you always have the chance of a big ticket Scarab that costs multiple divines on top of everything else. I didn't get an insane Scarab that cost multiple divines here, but I'm still very happy with the results of the strategy. And if you do try this strategy, please let me know what kind of results you're getting. I'm very, very interested to know. Now, let's move forward here. Before we start explaining everything, if you do like these videos, please hit the like button and comment below. It's gonna help me a lot. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and let's get into it. So what we're doing, 50 dunes here is the test that I have for you. We are using two simple Breach Scarabs, and we are using Lordship and Splintering. Those are the four Scarabs we are using in the strategy. The Breach Scarabs we can stack. They have a limit up to 4. Now, as you can see here, we have dropped a lot of maps. So we did 50 dunes here on the testing, and we dropped 42 dunes and 34 toxic sewer, and that's with just one toxic sewer favored map. Everything else is favored on dunes. Apart from that, a few nice divination cards, nothing too insane though. Small currency, of course. I am not counting the high stuff on my findings here, because it's something that not a lot of people are bothering to sell, but it is there, and it is quite a bit extra currency if you bother to sell them. Blueprints still sell for quite a bit. And as you can see here, from notable drops, we got 3 tier 17 maps. I'm not counting those either. 2 forbidden tomes, not counting those. And a couple of memories. We got the Essence memory. This is an expensive one. It's a relatively expensive one, but yeah. And we got 3 divines, 4 exalt and 1 annul, and 6 fortunate cards. Dunes actually can drop this card, so you will be dropping a few of them. A good amount of Eldritch currency, as you can see here, and a whole bunch of Bridgestones. Now, let's take a look real quick here to our bulk tools selling here. Excellence doesn't work for me right now, so I'm using the TFT one. And nothing I can do about it. Let's keep checking out here. As you can see, the bulk of our currency comes from the Bridgestones here. We have a bunch of Scarabs as well that cost a decent amount of money, and other than that, the bulk of our currency, generally speaking, it's coming from our Bridgestones. The total value is almost 50 divines in 50 maps. Now, let's check out our total profits, our expenses, everything. So the Breach Scarab of Splintering, they go for about half SC right now into the market, and that's bulk purchase, of course, as always. Breach of the Lordship, they go for about 1C, and the Breach Scarabs, we need 2 of them for each map, so we're using 100 of them, they go 2C. Map rolling materials about 230C. The only reason that I'm adding this is because chisels are actually fairly expensive this league, so if you need to buy them, you're gonna have to spend quite a bit of currency on them. Alks and Scours are not a problem if you're doing strategies like that, but yeah, chisels are a little bit expensive, so keep that in mind. And of course, we are using Kirak on our crafting device. That's 6C per map for adding 2 bridges. As I said before, we are, having 7 guaranteed bridges in our maps, and we have chance for more. We dropped 587 Scarabs, that's about 12 Scarabs per map. The total cost of our maps here is 805C. As you can see, I'm not counting the original Dunes map. Those go about 8 to 10 chaos per map. But I am not counting in profits the maps that we have dropped. As you can see, we're over sustaining maps. We used 50 of them and we dropped almost 80. So I'm not counting any of them. Maps are a wash. For any build, they should be sustaining their maps. So we don't care about it. you're gonna buy them and you're gonna sell them back, basically, is the gist. Now, we have estimated value, as I said before, almost 50 divines, and the minimum profit is 44 divines right now. It took me about 7 hours to complete all of those maps. So we are hitting about 6.3 divines per hour here, and that's not counting a lot of good stuff. So the currency that you can make is almost it's gonna hit almost 7 divines per hour if you sell everything and be diligent about it. Now let's check out the Atlas passive tree. Of course, the link for this tree is gonna be in the description so that you can follow it. We're gonna start with simple stuff. Sapiens for our map sustain and singular focus. Once again, we can only drop our favorite maps. Now we are basically taking everything when it comes to breaches. These down here, they're gonna give us more chance for breaches, and we are also choosing rare and magic monsters. We have 104% chance for a breach to spawn in our map, so we're spawning 100% guarantee one breach and 4% for an extra one. That's nothing too insane, but it's gonna happen. Now we are going right here and we're making Tayula and Ulnetol breaches to be a little bit more high chance to spawn for us. This is the Zistula things that I was talking about. So basically this is gonna give you some really nice big clasp hands that when you click them, they drop about 15 to 20 splinters, and that's from all breaches. So that's very, very good, because even when you drop them, when you open them, you know, during a tool, a Ness, a Zofa, Bridgestone, that it's not that expensive, you will still be dropping Tayula and Ulnetol splinters. Now these nodes over here, they are basically for getting more breach bosses, and as I said, this is also not just more breach bosses, but also the breach bosses can actually drop full bridgestones as well. I dropped full Sayula, I dropped full Unadol, everything like that. It can happen, and it will happen in this strategy. Power struggle here is a very important one, because, as I said, you want to walk over your craft hand, and this will give you a chance to spawn a Breach Lord out of it. I am using the slower open and close here breaches, but if your build is stronger than mine, you can actually make them faster here and down here with those two nodes, and your maps will become quite faster to run. Now, other than that, the last thing about the bridges is over here. Basically, this is just more density, and we are also getting all the quant for our splinters and more density in general. I am going for Syrian Exarch here and here, but I'm traveling with the Eldritch Gateway. But as you can see, you can go for Eater of Words. We are already there if you wish to do that. I like Syrian Exarch a lot more myself, and that's my preference. Now let's talk about Scarabs. We are grabbing the wheel here for Scarabs, and I'm also making Harvey Scarabs, Ambush Scarabs, and Cartography Scarabs more likely to drop in our maps, because those cost quite a bit, and I do have access into it pretty much again. You can also add Reliquary if you wish so. The reason is that the tier 2 Scarab for Reliquary right now has gone up to 10 to 15 chaos per Scarab, because a lot of people are using the strategy with Rogue Exiles to drop a lot of uniques, and they're using that Scarab themselves. And other than that, we are going Remarkable Relics for less common varieties Scarabs, and we are also adding amplified artifacts here. This one makes the rare monsters, based on the amount of modifiers, higher chance to drop Scarabs. Now there is a node down here that makes unique monsters to have some chance with the to drop Scarabs. I've tested that, it wasn't amazing, even though we are killing quite a few Breach Lords per map, and also makes our pathing a little bit more weird. You can take out the shrine stuff if you wish, and you can easily take that for more scarabs, but I kinda like my shrines. They're making my maps a little bit easier, they're making them faster with the acceleration shrine, and I enjoy them very, very much. I believe that is it, folks. This was a blast. I had a lot of fun. Honestly, I haven't been doing breaches for their actual loot before this league, because the crashed hands were actually very, very annoying to deal with. You had to click them all the time, and I never wanted to do that. Now that we have this quality of life addition to this league, we can run that, and we can actually make quite hefty of a profit. Please do let me know if you run the strategy, what you think about it, what your results are. I'm very, very interested to know, and you know, for the future ways of improving our currency strategies. I am trying to use and give you guys some things that are not that much into the meta, so that you don't have to pay a bunch of divines to buy very, very expensive scarabs or anything like that. But we are doing some a little bit off meta, but really strong currency strats nonetheless. Thank you very much, guys, for watching the video, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye.